Call the meeting to order. Hear ye at 7:03. Okay. We'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, in liberty and justice for all. I'm going to call. We're going to review the minutes for December. Does anyone have any corrections?
Do we have enough people here to vote on the approve the minutes?
Oh, yeah, Barb, do we have enough people to vote?
I think you need 3 out of 5, don't you?
Well,
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
can't
it's the
vote.
same people were at the meeting that are here tonight, so you have 3 people
Okay,
that are eligible to vote for each set. You should be okay.
okay. I can't motion. So,
I motion to approve the minutes from September.
may I have a second? Oh, yeah, you're on mute.
You're on mute.
I'm sorry, I was yelling I'm on mute and my mouse wouldn't move to unmute me. But I would like to second that, please.
Thank you. Thank you.
And those were the minutes from,
December
September?
24th. Yeah,
September. Yeah.
and we
Just-
still have the June ones to do. Okay.
well, we have to make a motion on the June ones.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Do I have a motion to approve the June minutes of 2022?
You need to vote on September. Everybody is in favor? Yeah.
Yes.
Approve.
Okay.
Same.
And then I'll make the same motion to approve the minutes for June.
And I'll second that. I'll second that.
Do we have a unanimous yay?
Yay.
Yay. All right, that was some good housekeeping. All right. New business. You want to take this one, Jack?
Well, let's see. So I was just looking at the agenda for tonight. So yeah, so we have to, Emily basically is not able to continue as the chairman. So we have to elect a new chairman. And I think I got unofficially nominated. I think there needs to be a nomination and then a vote. Is that correct?
Yes.
Oh yeah, can you make a nomination?
I would like to nominate Jack, please.
Now, who can approve him? Can I approve him? Or can he approve himself? Who can second this?
He can second it.
All right,
Yeah, okay, I'll second it. Since there's not too many of us. So then we need to vote, right?
Mhm.
And anyone opposed? Then it passes.
oh my gosh. Thank you, Chairman.
Emily has now officially passed the torch over to me to run these meetings and whatnot. I'm going to need a copy of the Pledge of Allegiance that you just read. So
How did you know I was reading it? No. No. I have this fear that I'm going to say it wrong, even though I've said it so many times in my life. So you Google that. You Google.
yeah,
it.
just Google it. Thank you. And then I'm assuming you just want me to run the rest of the meeting, Emily.
Yes, please.
Okay.
It's officially our first meeting.
Was there any public comment that was at the top of our agenda? Do we have anyone in the waiting room for public comment, or is there anyone around? Okay, we'll just wanted to make sure I have the opportunity. With no public comment, we can move on to the TNAC question and answer section, which is comments regarding the written director report. I do not have any comments. Does anyone else?
Great job, Cheryl.
Thank you.
Good job, Kevin.
I'm not sure I did much, but good work.
I gotta tell you guys, I
good.
don't have any comments except to say just everything. Just my kids are coming home with flyers with just all of these amazing events that are being made possible by all of the hard work that you're doing. I mean, truly, thank you.
Yeah, it's our pleasure. Thank you, Ollie. I appreciate it. Yeah, just spread the word about us, I guess.
Absolutely.
Any other comments on the written report? Okay, we can move on then. Cheryl, do you mind updating us on the buildings and the grounds and what's happened since our last meeting?
Yeah, sure. So, so the town approved the ARPA funding, the $75,000 for the improvements that was listed in our request. And I was trying to get the attention of George Estrada, the Public Works Director, for a while there. There has been inaction, but we're supposedly still on the list. I did call him. I spoke with him yesterday because the ramp is further deteriorating. The spindle, the vertical spindles, I guess, that connect the horizontal rails to the first section of the ramp, they're literally falling out onto the ground, and that's becoming more unhinged, unnailed to the whole unit. So, I mean, I called George and I told him directly that's more of a safety hazard. So he said he was going to call Dimitri out there to go out there for the immediate fix, but today there was nothing yet. And I asked him about the longer term plan for replacement of the ramp, and he said, yes, we have to work out a plan for that. So, I mean, he knows about it, but I know that they've been very busy with other buildings. They said there's something going on in every building. I understand that. So, I mean, it was approved, so it has to happen, but there's no timetable on that. So that's as far as the ARPA funds go. The grounds, I mean, the patrons are continuing to maintain that. I'm hoping to have a volunteer day coming up in the spring to do more planting. We are taking out more invasive and overgrowth around the pond, invasives and overgrowth around the pond. So that's a project of ours that will be completed by April. So I think that's it.
There's that tree that
Oh, and the
hemlock
tree,
that
that's
broke.
right. Yeah, that tree kind of broke in half and it's blocking the trail that's between the pond and the building on the left side as you face the building. I let Dimitri know, but it still hasn't been, the issue hasn't been resolved, so. That's that.
Does any of that impact your programming, the stuff that needs to happen immediately?
Yeah, I mean, it could. If that ramp goes, then we don't have access to the building from the front. I mean, go to the back, but then we don't have the wheelchair, we don't have the ADA access. And then if the trail's blocked, we can't go through there during our field trip. So yeah, it can impact our programming. Yeah, absolutely.
And when do you expect to have another large group of people there? What's the next event you're having?
Well, we just had 24 kids today on a field trip this afternoon. And then the next one is April, let's see here.
Yeah, was it what
In
not fishing?
April, yeah, I'm looking here. I
The
know,
hiking backpacking
April-
one?
yeah, well, yes, that is true. On the weekend, on Saturday, April 1st, we have hiking and backpacking, over 50 registrants for that. on the weekend. That's a weekend one. And then during the week in April, we have, I think April 19th is the next school field trip. And then we have, they just come to April 19th, April 20th, April 21st, then April 26th. So a lot, you know, they're just going to keep rolling in through the beginning of June. But the first one would be April 1st.
Okay. Do you mind just when you talk with George, just to copy me, and then we'll just keep it moving?
Yeah, I mean, I already spoke to him. I don't know when I'm going to speak to him again, but next time, like, okay, if there's continued inaction,
Yeah,
I'll contact him again and CC you. Okay.
Maybe send him a picture of that ramp because it looks pretty bad with the
Yeah, I mean, I sent him one.
wood
just
falling out
one-
and on the ground next to it. And
Yep.
Great.
Yep. I sent him one right before that, and then there's a few more. I don't think it matters.
Yeah,
Um,
sure he's aware of it. It's just
he's aware. What am I gonna do? Can't force something. So.
I know the ARPA money, they allocated it.
Yeah.
It has to be spent within a certain amount of time, right? I mean, is it within a year or is it within 2 or 3 years? Does anybody know?
I know that it's on the 2023 capital plan, so I would think that it would need to be done in the 2023 year, whether that's they consider that 23, 24 or calendar year, I'm not sure.
Okay.
it's a good question though.
Yeah,
Because some
Yeah,
just because it's on the capital plan doesn't mean, you know, a lot of things are on the capital plan that never get funded, but this is something that was on the capital plan that was funded.
oh yeah, it was
So-
funded.
So
Yeah.
when does a funded item have to be, because you have to, it's ARPA and it's capital plan both, so they have to meet those requirements.
yeah. Yeah, it'd be nice to have them look at the roof at least and get an idea of when they're gonna be able to do some work there. Now that the retaining wall and the back door have been repaired, I haven't had a chance to walk around the property.
Half of that, not the back door, just the retaining wall was repaired. That was using regular town funds. That wasn't the ARPA funds. So you should take a look. They did a good job up there. Thank you, Town of Trumbull.
Yeah.
So that was done, but the doors are not.
Okay. Any other questions about the grounds or property? Okay, I think we covered the ARPA funding, so thank you for that, Cheryl.
Mhm.
New business is to review the 5-year plan letter that went out. It went out November 1st. We did send it around as part of the agenda tonight. Is there any questions about that or any specific things we need to follow up with on that letter?
I don't, I mean, I don't know. I know that in order to get certain capital grants, we need to be on the town's 5-year plan.
Right.
Is our focus capital grants now? Well, our focus right now for the patrons, let me put it this way, I'd like to split that actually. I think the patrons should focus on operational grants, and then the Nature Commission, I know you can't get grants, but if you just still advocate for capital funding for us, like keep us on that plan. And then if the patrons happen to see funds that are available for capital expenditures, then the patrons can work with the town on that. So, I mean, it's a work in progress.
Yeah, I think you're right. We need to be on that plan so that if we do have an opportunity, we're not caught off guard like we were
Right.
last summer when we're like, hey, we get this cool idea, but we can't move forward without being on that plan. So I think it's important to be on there. Do we know if we are on that or we just have the letter?
As far as I know, what First Selectman Tesoro just said to me was that we are on that plan, that we haven't been removed.
Okay.
I do think it's important that the town understand that we are not going after the same. We don't want to take from other town projects, let's put it that
Correct.
way. That if there's funding that could come to us, that we wouldn't say, oh, well, you know what I mean? I don't want to seem like we're co-opting another project, because I know the town has certain projects that are prioritized, but we want to be one of the priorities as well. So yeah, I just board keep advocating for us.
And I think, I mean, the 5-year plan for a lot of people is a wish list that doesn't come true, but you keep your name on there and you keep your projects on there just in case funds become available. So I think at a minimum, we need to have, identify some things that we want to get done on the 5-year capital plan in case funds come through. Because last time there was talk of, oh, you might have funds, but you're not on the capital plan, so you can't do anything. So we want to get on there. And I think we need to, whatever.
Yeah, as far as I know, we are still on and not removed, but we're on for specific projects. We might have to say, look, we want to put other projects on there, but I don't know how specific we have to be. It could be as vague as just capital improvements. I don't know.
I think a meeting is probably in order at some point with whoever it would be, Vicky, Rena, I don't know who, George, who's in charge of the capital plan and getting stuff on there, because I think a lot of groups have stuff on the capital plan.
What happened was, I had a conversation with the first selectman, and she said that she was going to talk to Rena. So
Okay. We can revisit that at our next meeting, and then decide what the next steps would be there. And that is our next topic. So that's June 20th. Is everyone okay with that date? I'm just looking at my calendar. I was trying to look at a calendar and it's not coming out. I think I am. I don't think I have any conflict, so I think that's fine. And 7 p.m. Does 7 p.m. still work for everyone? Yep, good. Thank you. And that's all that's on our agenda. So these meetings are very quick. Is there any other comments or questions that we need to address?
Nope.
All right. Is there a motion to adjourn?
I
There-
first.
First,
I make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
and so we are adjourned at 7:21.
good night.
Thanks, everyone.